got attacked yesterday by everybody? You probably get your ass kicked. Your wife was very disrespectful to me. Very disrespectful.
Is it little Ed, big Ed?
Very disrespectful.
He still can't kiss.
Very disrespectful.
You go there and be like, bye, babe.
Very disrespectful.
She's a clone.
Very disrespectful. I'm done.
This is it. This is the final of the tell-all of Big Ed. We're not going to see him for a while. And let me tell you, the ending will shock you. Unless, of course, you've been following the series, in which case, it absolutely won't shock you. And I have even more of a kicker that I will present to you at the very end of this video. I hope you stick around, but hey, you might as well. You've come this far. You're almost at the end of the tunnel. Big Ed is just a stop away. I can't believe that I've been watching this man for so long and seeing him make the same mistakes time and time again. I've reached out. I've thought about getting a cameo. I think I need to. I'm pretty sure I promised you guys I would. His prices have gone up, but his standards have gone down. And at this point, him and his partner slash fiance slash girlfriend slash breakup artist, Liz, seems to still be with him, fighting every day. Not getting any closer to the resolution, but still somehow sticking it out because their love is so sacred that nobody should know about it. Today is the final episode for a while. Will they be on another season of 90 Day Fiancé? I don't know. Is there worth having one more? I don't know. Do people still care? I'm not sure. But I know if it happens one more time, we might be going back in. So let's enjoy this as the last episode for a while. I don't think we'll be hearing about him for a while until the next season. I'm not sure if the next season is even confirmed. If anybody has any info, please, do tell me about it. And while you're at it, do hit subscribe. We're almost at 600,000 big babies. That's a lot. And also, I'm running out of ideas. So if you could hit me up with some ideas on my Instagram, 16leo_, that would be great. Thank you. We will enjoy this and take it for what it is. It's the final exam until your master's degree. After this, you are a master at Big Edology. You're a master debater at Big Ed Deology. You are a fantastic human being for sticking it out, and you deserve a medal. So let's get that medal. Let's watch the final Big Ed tell-all. Alright, one day, just by the way, it's gonna be the final, and we won't know when that day comes, but when it comes, there'll be tears. I don't know if they'll be of joy or sadness, but there will be tears. Sorry if I'm slurring a few words, by the way. It's Big Ed. I need my sauce. I'm a little tipsy.
And that is all for 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, the couples tell all. I'm Sean Robinson. Take care and good night.
Don't you love when a show starts with them ending? Sean is like, this is the end. I know, we've done it. We should be going home. But unfortunately, this is the tell-all in which they take the cameras to the contestants and never leave. So we're gonna see a whole day's worth of footage still. I know, if you haven't caught up on the series, you're just watching it, you're like, wow, this was easy. Not so. Not so. There's still so much more drama to come. Let's watch.
Bye, Lizzie. All right, now.
Love you. Bye, Elizabeth.
Little Ed, is it little Ed, big Ed? He should be little Ed anyway.
Yep, so Jenny already has a problem with him from the last episode because Big Ed's coming after all the contestants because he's one of those guys that if you start it, I'm gonna finish it type dude, but not in like the cool Taken way, Liam Neeson.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. I will look for you. I will find you.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck.
This is more like the, horrible bowling ball way. That's like, I won't spare you anything. I'm going to strike if you strike type person.
What is so special about him?
The neck.
Look what he did to his fiancée. Okay, give me back my ring. Who are you? Who do you think you are? I just stopped him.
Yeah, no, listen, Jenny, good work, I guess. That's great for you. Jenny's really taking this one personally for some reason. These are the two people who are about the same age, I would say. And I feel like they could be brother and sister in another reality.
I thought you were going to shut the door and leave me out. He's little Ed. Why is Big Ed?
No, that never gets old, Jenny. That's the good one. I'm glad that on like season 7, you're like, Big Ed, more like little Ed. Right, guys? Come on, guys. Nobody believe. Come on, cause he's little. It's a joke. Where's Summit? He always laughs at everything I say.
He's little Ed. He ain't no Big Ed.
No, I got it. Really, trust me. I heard the joke the first 4 times. It was funny.
I got attacked yesterday by everybody, and nobody's house is clean. And unless your house is spick and span, don't make fun of my house. So everybody that got it today had it coming, period.
Yeah, what Big Ed was basically saying in analogy form is, if you attack me, I'm going to attack you back. Because Big Ed's not a big enough person to be like, yes, if you say something towards me, I'm just going to internalize it or let you say it, absorb it, and think what I need to. Because instead of being a mature, grown human being, I have to do the same thing. If you throw a snowball at me, I have to pee on it and then throw it back at you. Good one, Big Ed. Really, really good.
He always throws some shade.
When you got mad, I was like, in my head, I'm like, go Jenny.
Oh,
go
yeah,
Jenny.
I was like that.
So this is the after sort of party / going to their hotel rooms, and the cameras are following them to like get the extra footage. I'm not sure if TLC just needs like more footage of the contestants because they're not making enough money, but they're getting the contestants like throughout the whole process of them coming there, being on the show, and leaving. And so now people are shit-talking Big Ed. But the cameras are still on them, and even though it's supposed to be candid, we've seen this before, so I don't know how this is new. TLC. They're trying new things.
Who does he think he is? How dare he say anything to anybody? Look at him. Is he perfect? Hell no, far from it. Why do they call him Big Ed? He's like little.
Nice. Hey, listen, this is like a comedian saying the same exact joke for a whole hour-long set and expecting me to laugh even harder. This is fantastic, Jenny. You should try stand-up comedy. Why do they call him Big Ed? He's little. It's a philosophical question at this point. Carl Jung better call in because somebody needs to philosophize with you.
Yesterday sucked, and today I just came out.
Big Ed is in the car with this guy called Jovi, who he called a pussy a few episodes earlier. They're not the best of friends. They seem to hate each other. I don't know what happened to Big Ed's man crush, Bilal. He probably just didn't want to go in the car with Big Ed. But these two are sitting as far apart as they can and not having a good time.
Yeah, I'm just going to tell you, you're lucky the going on in the studio, because if not, somebody would probably beat your ass for talking to people's women the way you do.
Right, Jovi is the white knight of the group, but I just want to go out here on record and say to you, you shouldn't talk to anyone like that, not just women. Men, children, women, anything. Just don't talk like that to people. But Jovi is very particular on talking to women. He's so white knighting that he almost reaches the circle of misogyny again, because he's like, these women cannot defend themselves. We got to do it for them. No. You sit down. Don't talk. We'll do the talking for you. You'll just mess it up. Don't worry. I'm Jovi. I'll save everyone.
I didn't scream at any woman in there.
Your wife was very disrespectful. I mean, if she can dish it out and can't take it, that's
You
that's
just
her
don't
problem.
need to talk to any woman that way, especially your fiance.
Jovi goes, like I said, around the circle of like girls at this point can't even get talked to in a certain way. I don't necessarily agree with Jovi. I understand what he's saying. Respect should be very much a priority, and you shouldn't treat anybody like that. Yes, and not women. But at the same time, you know, he's coming off a little crazy there. A little bit. Jovi's a little bit extra. He's also the person who took his wife to a strip club or something like that. I don't know. Jovi's a weird person, man.
We had no choice but to go after you instead of her. I could not be in a relationship like that. There's no
Dude, I'm telling you, it sucks.
Don't be in one. If you're reverting back to teenage terminology and you see that your relationship has the teenage feel to it, where nothing ever gets resolved, there's communication issues, just issues along the board, either resolve it, talk it out, think, is the person worth it, or leave. Is Liz worth it? If yes, then fix yourself. If no, then leave her. Just don't keep her hanging on like a corn on the cob. Eat that corn, like that kid who loves it.
Because she's absolutely amazing.
If she's absolutely amazing, then cherish her. If a girl or a person in your life really means that much to you, if they add that much value, then you fight for them. If they're worth it. If they're not worth it, then don't. Then don't. It's that simple. There's two options. Either that person is someone you cannot bear to live without, or you can bear to live without them. Because the person that's going to be the one for the rest of your life is going to need to be the person you can't live without. So you find that person, and once you find that, you'll know there's no way you're letting go. Okay, Big Ed? Okay. I was slapping my knee for you, bro. That's a knee slapper. It wasn't funny, but I'm going to hurt somebody's knees.
Valentino! Are you Italian?
No,
Okay, so am I.
you lying.
Yes, I am. Orale. You is stupid.
Well, after hitting on someone's wife, he goes to the bartender and then says, "Are you Italian?" To which the bartender says, "No, I'm Mexican." Then he says, "So am I." And then he proceeds to say, "Bro," and then call him stupid. Can you be racist to your own people? Was that necessary? If I see another brown person and I'm like, "Curry," that seems weird and also very inappropriate. Like, they're more than that, you know?
Why are you insulting the bartender?
Yeah, why are you insulting him, bro? Stop salting him.
He thought I was Italian. So I told him my
So
Italian.
you tell him that he is stupid because he thinks like that.
Well, that's a lie. He didn't think you were Italian. You thought he was Italian. Are you just a pathological liar? What are you doing, dude?
You can tell him to get away from the bar if you like.
Let's find out.
We all got your back.
He is such a clone.
He's what? He's a clone? Oh, God damn. I hope he's not a clone. If there's more of him, then we got some real problems, man.
He's a clone
A
who
clown.
was saying who's saying one stupid thing and he apologized.
Yeah.
He is a clown, but if there was a clone of him, at least one of them we could like teach a lesson.
Are you happy now? Is this what you want?
No, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. I'm sorry.
I can't take anyone
That's
like
it.
Ed
Empty
serious
apologize.
because he's like, "Oh, Jovi, you're a pussy, you're a bitch, whatever." And then like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like, how old are you? Like, are you 7 years old or what?
Jovi's right, or maybe he's wrong. I don't know. Every time this man says words, nothing actually of value comes out. He's not inherently bad, he's just inherently stupid. Big Ed did call him a pussy for no reason, and I think he has a vendetta against Big Ed for like dissing him. So why don't you make a diss track? Both of you can really do something with it.
I
Real
love
quick, I don't want to cut you off, but
So Jovi cuts Big Ed off and then says, "Can we talk in private?" And Big Ed says yes. But the most important part of that was the few seconds before. If you enhance Big Ed's voice, if we just slow it down,
I love
he says, "I love," and he's looking at Bilal. He was about to confess that he loves him. And Jovi fucked it up. So Jovi, you just ruined a potential interracial gay relationship, you dork. This would have been the greatest thing on 90 Day Fiancé. How dare you ruin that for me? Big Ed finally realized who he could have a relationship with. The only guy or person that he wasn't fighting with the whole time. He realized where his heart lies. And it's in Bilal.
Why did you ruin it?
when you have a chance, can you come have a word with me?
Sure, absolutely.
I just want to clear something up. That's it.
Oh, yeah, okay, got it. Sorry, Jove, we're talking business.
No, you weren't. You said that you love, and you were gonna say you. That's not business. The only business that is the business of love in the heart. You guys would have had little, beautiful, chubby babies with no necks and nice hairlines. Oh.
So,
I love how he stands next to people like it's Sesame Street, and back in the day when you watch childhood shows, instead of people looking at each other, they'd be like, "Hi, Elmo, how are you doing?" They had to like stand next to each other but not look at each other.
you can come at me as much as you want about whatever happened. I still don't like the way you talk to my wife and the way that you talk to Jenny.
We had this conversation in the car, so this conversation's over.
Jovi then says, "You know, I don't like the way you've been talking to the woman off the show, especially his wife." And Big Ed, as soon as he hears this, is like, "Yo, we had this conversation in the car," which they sort of did. If Jovi's not going to give any new information, he's just repeating himself. And I don't really know what the outcome is, but Big Ed is just not willing to listen to it, sparking more drama.
I don't want any part of it. Go from me.
If
Get
you
out
went
of here.
around a bunch of people, you'd probably get your ass kicked.
I don't want to hear it. I'm serious, I don't. I'm done. Enjoy your drink, buddy.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to. I'm done. Enjoy your drink, bro. But I don't want to hear it. He's not even talking. Nobody's even talking.
So one emotion here, so one emotion there.
Two whole emotions. That's a tough day for you.
I never expected to find out what I did.
Are you serious? Are you genuinely serious? I'm sorry, Liz, but you've been with this man long enough to know that he has more secrets than the Holy Grail or some shit. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the Da Vinci Code himself. There's a lot to crack about him. He's like a big egg. He's big egg. Like, at this point, I don't think it should surprise you because I've watched only a few tell-alls, and I know in those times, You've said that when he broke up with you, he was talking and texting other girls. He's that type of person. He can't be by himself. He's constantly doing things and lying about it. And you're still here despite that. Still being astonished and shocked, knowing this man's actions is like almost shooting yourself in the foot. And I don't know how much I can side with you or be like, of course I feel sorry for you. But how sorry can I feel if you keep going back and doing it? It's like someone who burns their hand on a stove and you're like, oh, and you bandage it. And then they put it right back on the stove every time. And you're like, yeah, I'm not going to keep doing this. You have to learn. And she doesn't seem to be learning. She just seems to be wanting people's affection and people to be like, sorry, Liz. But she goes right back to him. She only goes so far away before coming back.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
What are you doing with that guy?
No, that wasn't a rhetorical question. She was asking, what are you doing with that guy? What is it that you're doing with him? What is he doing to and for you? Is he giving you money? Are you financially free? Is he giving you that good D? What is it that you like about him? I've been asking this for years. I need to know.
Please don't take him back again.
From all of us, including Jenny, don't take him back again. Please, sincerely, all of us, the world.
I keep telling you, deserve so much better.
And you're not the only one.
Then maybe you should listen. Maybe. You know, if 10 people say something, probably have a little point. If one person says something, it's up to you. 10 people, it's like, If 100 people are like, yo, leave him, maybe there's some validity to, oh, yeah, I see why.
I want to be a role model for my daughter.
And this is how you're choosing to do it. If you want to be a role model for your daughter, maybe you should stand up for yourself if someone is treating you constantly wrong and not giving you the things that you need so that your daughter could grow up and be like, yes, I'm not going to stay with a deadbeat man if I feel that my standards are not being, met. If the things that I need, if my wants and needs are not happening. Same thing with a guy. I'm sorry, but you could find someone better if they're not giving you what you need.
Clearly, Ed doesn't give. He's a liar.
Yep. Now Liz is going to say the same thing that we've been knowing for like years. She's like late Sherlock Holmes or something. Like way after the case has been solved, she's like, oh, a clue.
He'll never change his behavior. Period. I deserve better.
Then do better. I get it. I can see it. I know that it's not ever easy, but the question remains, like I keep saying, is he worth it? If he's not, then do better. Those are the two options. You don't have anything else. It's not, he's not worth it, but I'll teach him to be worth it. The man's gotta learn. Like, you tell him what you need. If he can't do that for you, then he can't. And if you can't compromise for him, then you can't. But you'll need to do that if you love each other.
You're so patient. You're so patient. That can never be me.
It's because Sumit is worth it. If he wasn't worth it, I wouldn't be there.
There we go. And Sumit's giving her the stuff. He's putting the D in tandoori, is what I'm saying. He's giving her everything that she needs. And I've seen their relationship. This man really does love her. And she really loves him. She's willing to put up with a lot of stuff. They both know at the end of the day, being in each other's lives makes it better. And that is how you know that you love someone. That is how you know it works. Every time you're with them, you just feel like life is better. And when you're without them, you're like, damn, it feels like a little chunk of me is missing. And if you're not feeling that, if there's all these other things of jealousy, this, that, disdain, constant feeling of regret and stuff, that's not a good enough feeling. Your life is too short. You gotta live happier than that, Liz.
Take it from an old school wise woman. You need to go talk to Ed. You go over there and be like, bye, bitch. Like, bye.
That's the worst advice I ever heard in my life. She's not gonna hold on to that feeling forever. Please. She's gonna feel really bad if she's like, bye, bitch. And then 3 days later, I'm so sorry I said that. Don't do that. Silence is the strongest one. Don't.
And walk away. I'm telling you, a good exit, it makes you feel so much better.
For temporarily, that's like saying cocaine makes you feel great. Yeah, not forever. You're not going to be snorting it forever. Kim, please, no.
Absolutely. Don't stoop to his level. You gotta stoop really low.
That's really funny. Jenny's still making the big Ed more like small Ed. Great, but don't stoop to his level. Jenny's right. Don't do the things that he would do. Don't be out here calling him a bitch and then leaving. Just focus on yourself. The best way to get back at someone is to focus on yourself and make yourself a better person. Really. If you can do that, someone's going to see down the line how well you're doing and being like, damn, I messed up. That's the only one you could do. So revenge is best served by working on yourself rather than giving anybody else the business.
But I'm telling you, a glass of red wine on that white shirt would be everything. I would pay you to do it.
Don't harass, don't assault people. That's not fun. Oh my God. Let's just keep our words and our thoughts sort of clean. You can say how you feel, but then work on yourself, and that should be fine. That's not going to make you feel good, and it's also going to make you look really bad because the cameras are there.
Thank you.
Hey.
So then Liz gets her drink from Valentino, the Mexican who is harassed by Big Ed.
You is stupid.
And then Big Ed's like, yo, Liz is by the bar, let me try and talk to her. But Liz doesn't seem to want to talk.
You want to chat for a minute?
I'm in a conversation right now and I don't want to be rude.
Okay. Make sure you're back safe.
All right, so the conversation goes, Big Ed says, do you want to talk for a minute? Liz says, no, I'm having a conversation right now. Big Ed doesn't want to wait, so he's then like, yeah, I'll see you later.
So you want to chat and that's the last words you
Well,
say.
you're busy. I gotta go.
You gotta go?
Well, I have work in Boston.
Okay, have a good night.
Okay, this is guilt tripping at its finest. He wanted Liz to talk, and because Liz couldn't talk that second, he was like, well, I have work in Boston, even though I'm in New York. I've got things to do tomorrow, so I can't wait for you to talk to your friends for like 10 minutes. There's no like push and pull here. It's either you talk to me now or I leave. I mean, you could have said the words, hey, okay, in like maybe half an hour, can we talk? Give her a time, do something, communicate before you just make these horrible decisions.
She's just like, oh, I'm busy right now. I'm like, okay, whatever. The plan was to take the train to Boston. I have a speaking engagement.
So Big Ed has a speaking engagement because Big Ed's got work. And his work is usually cameo and other things where he makes an appearance and he shows himself off like a leprechaun and everyone's happy.
Is that? Oh shit! What is that?
I'm not gonna fault it, that's your work, but if the relationship means that much to you, you make it work and you'll set aside time for that. She's not asking for the world, she's just asking for a little time to have a conversation, and you don't always have to work on your time only.
Why am I always on his time? I don't have anything else to say. So I'm just gonna be classy. I'm gonna go back to work, bust my ass off.
I thought she was gonna be like,
Bust some nuts.
I was like, whoa, whoa, this is over. This relationship over.
I mean, you guys heard this before, but hurt people. Because we all have, spouts between our spouses sometimes. The things that they have, like, they go way below the belt.
So Bilal is then talking about Big Ed and stuff, and he seems to genuinely be the person with like the most sense on the show that I've seen. He sort of understands both perspectives. He's never one to take sides and just call another person names. He listens before he talks, and he gives good advice. He says the word hurt people, which is true. And in order to get people to not do that, you have to get to the root of the issue and understand why Big Ed is hurt and see if you can fix that so he can have a more healthy outlook on things. Therefore, he wouldn't react or act in a certain way and Liz wouldn't feel a certain way. It's all a deep-rooted issue. But that might be too hard to fix while she's still in the relationship. It might be something he has to work on himself. And if he's not willing to do that, he shouldn't keep her.
I just getting tired of Liz looking super unhappy. Come on, like every minute you have like that you're not leaving.
Yeah, exactly. Girl, that's exactly. Why you look unhappy if you're not leaving? Why are you at the roller coaster ride being sad while it's going up and down? You know what I mean?
Real quick, I gotta tell you. So my new license plate that I just put on my car.
Don't tell me it says Big Ed.
It says Big Ed's girl. And
Yo, throw that car away. It's been tainted. So you want to brand yourself as his goal. You know, Big Ed's the guy with a tattoo of his own face on his leg. He's the type of guy to put his own tattoo of himself on him just to remember that he's the guy. And you put Big Ed's goal on your car. God damn, man. At least get him to put Liz's man on it or something. God, Liz, what are you doing?
He's very good because I teach him, right?
So don't worry, I've had to teach my last partner for the last 2 years, and he still can't kiss.
I don't know how to feel about this whole situation and stuff. Like, I always this is more a personal thing. You guys are allowed to feel however you want to about this. But I always thought, like, you know, if you talk about your partner behind their back and you're like, oh, he's not good at this or she's not good at that. I know there are probably things that a partner can't do as well as you or something. But, like, personally, I've never said anything bad about any of my partners behind their back. If I have something to say, I'll tell them. And secondly, I'm not going to dish dirt to other people about my partner. I want to hype them up and make sure that I only see the best in them. Like, I don't know if that's... I get that you need a vent sometimes. If you love them, then you're going to tell them the best and not the worst, right? But everybody's out here, like, having a little circle jerk. Like, yo, man, my man can't stroke it right. My man can't kiss right. My man is... It's beautiful. He's Indian and great.
You take your clothes off and you have sex. It's the first
You
step.
go in.
I'm older, number one. Yeah, I got juices, but you gotta flow them. Like,
Oh my God, Angela.
it's the truth.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel right now. Like that. Yep, that's how I feel after that one. Angela, unless you're a blender, I never want to hear you say anything about your juices flowing again.
She probably can just, one can go her because it's young. Ours is older and you got to play with us to make us.
Yeah.
I'm very emotional.
That's great. And I'm sorry, I'm still recovering from Angela's weird sentence.
You're not a crying are you?
No.
Because my friend, like, I'm not crying. I always cry when I'm like, mother, don't do that.
We're losing him. He needs some milk.
Angela is probably the next person I need to do a video on. She is out of her mind at times. What are you talking about? They even had to blur your titty. So please, could you put that away? I don't know if it's ladylike to cuss that. I don't even know if it's human-like to cuss that much. What are you, Joe Pesci from Goodfellas? Can you just chill? Please. We're trying to have a nice conversation here. You didn't even drink that drink. You just brought it out and now you're drunk.
Because that's when you know, that's when they're in control. Why would you cry? When you get older, I think it gets better. You know what I mean?
Mine's always been good, though.
If you combine the ages of those people on the couch, calculators don't even reach up to that number. You know what I mean? Like, just, Liz is not going through the same thing they're going through. And I thought they were going to offer her some, like, advice. Like, when I was younger, these are the mistakes I made. Basically, what they said was beat him up and also don't cry while you have sex. Like, this is the worst advice I've ever seen old people give you.
Cheers to 2 single women.
Possible 3.
Possibly 3. And if you're single, we are all going out.
Liz, in that sentence, said that she was single, clarifying that she is not with Big Ed any longer. Again, and this would be, I think, the 10th or 11th breakup. And I think after 10, you have to pack it up and leave. Have you ever seen someone carry a suitcase like it's a huge bag of groceries and the ice cream is slipping out of it and you need to rush it to the bedroom and maybe give it CPR? He also has a sticker on his bag with his face on it. Could you possibly be more of a self-branding asshole? Do you need to bring more attention to yourself at this point? Wow.
I don't want to be Liz's enemy. I would like to remain as her friend. I don't hate her. You know, I still love her.
Yeah, it's been like 10 minutes. I'm sure you do.
I'm just gonna have to figure out a different way to love her. It's not fair to her that I do keep going back to her.
If you know this, then do something about it. Yes, exactly. It's not fair of you to keep going back. It's not fair of her to keep coming back. Y'all need a wall. The Great Wall, you know?
It's not a healthy thing, and I apologize for my behavior. That's not who I am. My ring is here. I didn't want to ask for it back, but, you know, it's 13 grand. You know, maybe I'll give it to my daughter.
Right, because that's the next person you'll marry. Okay, listen, I don't know if you should be giving engagement rings to your daughter, it's like after they become your fiance's ring, but yeah, $13,000 is a lot of money. Liz is clearly, if she can give him back his ring, she's not really in it for the money. You saw her earlier putting something on her hand, saying that she feels naked without it, meaning that she does care about this man so much. I don't know why you keep causing problems, Big Ed, but she seems to be a decent human being. I'm not sure what it is that you don't like about her. You seem to want to love her. So you got to figure that out, because you got to figure out what you want as a person and what people can give you. Liz seems to be the only person who'll put up with your stuff, and you're running out of options and time, bro. So I think you got to think about these things.
I asked her to come with me to Boston, but I don't want her to be there.
Okay. All right. So it's over then, right? This is over. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be happy about it. I can finally take my vacation out in the sun. I can finally go on that ship that I've always wanted to and become the strongest and most drunk sailor of all time. It's called 2 pieces because that's how many pieces I leave people in when I bust them up. Kim is my first mate.
All right, he just texted me.
Ed text you?
I just wanted to confirm that Liz will not be accompanying me to Boston at her discretion. Thank you.
Okay, so Ed then texts the producer and says that he wants Liz to be gone, like a thought, and he's going to Boston to do his thing. And I'm assuming when they get back, they will take their stuff and leave. I'm not really sure, but that seems to be what it is.
I'm walking out of this knowing I give everything I can. For me, I just want to, take care of myself. Anyways, okay. Well.
Good luck with that, buddy. It seems that you could have done without Liz's discretion. I'm not really sure why you needed Liz to be out of the picture to do that. You can take care of yourself with her there, and without her in the picture, it doesn't mean that now you can take care of yourself only. She wasn't that much of a detriment to you, so I have a very hard time believing that she was the issue. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. Even though she keeps taking you back, the problem doesn't seem to initially be her.
You deserve better. Why do you let him upset you like this?
Jenny, why does anybody let anyone hurt them? It's because when you love someone, you risk being hurt. That's what true love is. If you love someone so much, you are going to be vulnerable to them. And therefore, you are open. You let your guard down. You take off your armor and you give them the spear and you say, please don't. But you know the person you love is going to hurt you. That's how it is. I don't think there's a person in this world who hasn't been hurt by the person they've loved. It's about how much you're willing to take and their intent behind it. Nobody who truly loves someone will hurt them intentfully. If the intent is to hurt you, then it isn't good. I don't think Big Ed really loves this woman. I think he just loves being loved.
And why am I crying? Everything is just so up.
That's the opposite of the Lego song. You know how they had Everything is Awesome? Originally, it was supposed to be called Everything is So Fucked Up. But that didn't test well with the kids. They didn't like it as much, so. I like the song.
For him to send this message right now I'm pissed.
So it clearly affects Liz, and I think Big Ed at this point knows it. By his demeanor and the fact that he did it, I think that he probably knows that he has this effect on his partner, and then doing that, knowing that this will hurt them. So say you know your partner has like this or that, or reacts a certain way, and you do it despite that. It seems like really almost intentful that you would do it. So I don't like the way Big Ed went about it, and the fact that he's not at least consoling Liz and being like, well, I'm really sorry, but I don't think that we should be in the same room right now, or something.
So I'm pretty pissed. Ed and I were supposed to be going back home together to San Diego, and he left me here in New York this morning. He hasn't spoken to me. Yeah. Look, this is the relationship that we're going through. Liz is the one who's always the breakup-y, not the breakup-er. And if you have someone being the breakup-er for like 10 times and always the breakup-er, then they seem to have the upper hand. And Big Ed is always the one inflicting damage on this poor woman. And she needs to just be like, I'm not letting you damage me anymore. I'm putting my walls up. I need to go and realize my self-worth. That's really what I see that needs to happen in this series. That's my personal and professional opinion, which means absolutely nothing. So, Liz, take it at your own discretion. But yeah, I just don't feel happy that it's having this effect on her still. Now I'm gonna head back by myself. This is exactly why I'm very happy to be in my own spot, my own place. I was completely shocked about the messages between him and Rose.
Not really shocked, not shocking, just normal thing to happen between a guy and his ex-fiance. If you know who Big Ed is, that's just, at this point, common knowledge. Yeah.
Still deny when the proof was right there. Rose even called him out. Lots of came out.
Yeah, and you know how much, it's almost dysentery, the amount of shit that came out. So you should definitely leave and never come back. You know what I mean? It's your chance to get out and leave.
This is not acceptable.
Liz leaves the hotel alone, and she finally makes the decision to do something she's been needing to do this whole time.
I did not think I'd be heading back to San Diego alone. I needed to live this weekend no matter how hard it was. I needed that to come out. And now I know this relationship's not gonna work.
Finally, she knows that the relationship's not gonna... All it took was everything. Finally, now we finally are getting somewhere. Liz, what are you gonna do about this relationship?
I'm gonna go back home and I'm gonna live a good life. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna put Liz first.
Hey, okay.
Ed and I are done for good.
For good. Girl, Ed and I are done for... I like that. I like this. Yes, sir.
This time, I swear, this is the last breakup.
This is the last breakup, and she swore. Finally, Liz is taking her power back, and I am so happy for her. I'm just so happy for Liz. It's great. Oh, man.
3 days later. So if I promise to dress up because you look really hot, will you take me to dinner? I mean, I'll take you to dinner.
Oh, is that how it's gonna be?
Yes, I love you, baby.
Just give me your card and I'll go by myself.
Okay, sounds good. Have a good day, bud.
What the fuck? Huh? What did I take my hat for? What did I take my hat out for? What did I just hear? What did I just watch? 10 breakups? You're gonna finally put yourself... Is this putting yourself first? What the... What? What? Oh, you dirty sucker. Look at the comment. Our relationship is a marathon. Lol, she said. Just give me your card and I'll go alone. Marathon training, relationship goals. I'm reading the tags.
Big Ed, this is Big Ed, 90 Day Fiancé, 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after, couples therapy, couples goals, engaged, happily ever after. Are you reading these hashtags? Yes, bitch. Hashtag love.
If this is a couple goal, then I don't want to be in a relationship, you know? Oh my God in hell. Let me read some of the comments. I don't even feel bad for her anymore. The train wreck continues to roll. You all deserve each other. At this point, you can't feel bad for her anymore. You guys deserve each other. Keep them off the show. It's the same thing over and over. Why does she keep going back to this man? I don't get it. And then the most important one, 12th time's the charm, huh? Yeah. So this is the kicker at the end. This is what happens. Liz promises that she's not going to go back to him. And like that 50 Cent song, she loves him just like a fat kid loves cake. She's back. She's getting that Big Ed D. And that's how it ends. That's how the series ends. Are they going to come back? Maybe. I don't know what's going to happen, but I've been following Big Ed's on his Instagram, and I guess they're not broken up after all. So everything that ever happens in the show means nothing. Life means nothing, and it's all a game, and everybody deserves to just go to hell. I can't believe this. I thought we were finally making progress. Imagine you going to a therapist and after 10 sessions the therapist breaks down because you're not doing the things you're supposed to. Big Ed, why do you keep tormenting my life? Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the series. If I could offer any piece of advice to end, don't keep making the same mistakes. Don't repeat yourself. Figure out ways to learn and grow every day, because that way you'll never be stagnant, and then you'll probably have more clarity in life. Whether you realize you're doing something wrong or right, it helps to move forward. So hopefully you'll be doing that. I hope you enjoyed the series. Sincerely, thank you to everyone who's watched it with me. Can't believe we've come to an end. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but if there is more, let me know and I'll find it. Thank you. Bye.
She did the dash and be the last. You know a dash and she know. Baby like to scream and holler. Cut that shit off like my baba. All my bros now they stay solid. I got bands but stay blue collar. Baby like to scream and holler. Cut that shit off like my baba.
And that is all for 90 Day Fiancé.